Alright, so I'm going to show you how you can run supplies rank up very quickly. In most cases, doing your supply runs when you're joining into a match that's already been going like this one, you have an opportunity to get the rank for the fun stuff in sometimes as little as 15 minutes. Doesn't really take much. The key important factors for this is to, number one, deliver supplies to a location that has a nearby supply point. And number two, to deliver supply to a FOB that is a main capturable point. So those on this map are Base Levy, Fagari, Farm, Monty, Lament, and Milhouse. They have purple letters. So you see Fagari says Sadco. That's a main capturable point. And when one team caps all 6, the 5-minute countdown timer will start kicking off. And the third point to make the most XP is to deliver to a main point that is connected to a lot of enemy controlled bases. So for this video, I'm going to do supply runs in Fagari. And if you look, Fagari is currently connected to 3 NATO-owned points, and one of them being Farm, which is also a main capture objective. So this is going to give you maximum XP on your supply run. There we go. So the next point to being a super delivery specialist is you want to not use the main roads. Not only do enemy teams ambush you off the main roads, the MSRs and the side roads, they will take you extra time to get stuff delivered. So for this Fagari run, I've got this route pretty much dialed in, and it's a straight shot right to the supply point. And it's kind of like a back road. You know, you're going to drive through a field, get to your supply point as quick as possible. Usually what I like to do when I'm doing my supply runs when I first log in is load up some music, have a coffee, kind of like see where the match is, where it's going, what's happening in it, who's dominating. And already we are at our supply point. So there's the next tip. I am not sure how console people will do it, but this is the tech. You don't want to do your supplies the old-fashioned way. What you want to do is you see the sign on the supply point right here. You just want to be able to get close to it, look at it. You're going to hit tab, you're going to click the X on trunk, and you're going to be able to see that you can click and drag supply into your truck. So not only does this apply for you loading supplies into the truck, this will work for you to unload your supplies. And it is probably one of the most crucial things of being a supply delivery expert. You don't want to get out of your truck, especially to unload. Because to unload your truck, you've got to get out and you've got to either walk to a sign and tab, or you got to stand at the back of the truck and hold F to unload supply. And that just takes way too much time. And if you're trying to drop supplies off to like a highly contested point, or a point that the enemy team is currently trying to acquire, and you need to get supplies in so that your teammates can keep respawning and defend the point, you're not going to be able to, because you're just going to get shot. You'll be one of the first people that are taken out. So I'm just cutting through the backyards here. You can, on this Fagari run, you can just drive right in between the houses right here, and it sends you on a straight path right into the main command tent. So here's the command tent, the blue sign right here. You're just gonna butt the truck up to it, push tab, click and drag the supply out. It's full now. We've got 1,000 supply left, so we gotta go to another installation here. What do we got? Heavy vehicle depot. There's a couple signs on here. So there's a sign right there you can use, and there's a sign right here you can use. If you just drive up to this sign and just tap the sign with the nose of your truck, you can click and drag your supplies out of your truck. And I started off this match as a private with no XP, and off of that one supply run, I'm already through private and about 40-45% through corporal. So this next run I do, I will load up. I will probably sit close to completing Sergeant. This run right here should take me through the majority of Sergeant. It's such an easy run too, and it's a good base to keep stocked up. Fugari is always highly contested. And right now we're in seeding rules, so doing supply runs during seeding off of a main point connected to a lot of other enemy bases, I mean, that's what you want. It doesn't get any better than that. And if you're unsure what seeding is, I am going to be making a video on seeding in the future, because we do have a lot of new console players joining us, mostly PS5. These guys have been awesome, and they're keeping servers populated. I'm going to turn my name tags up so I can make sure. Yeah, there's a lot of people unsure what seeding is, so we're going to make a cool seeding video. Not sure what happened with that guy. He came in to get supply or something, and he's just not in his truck anymore. So I think I'm going to have to go over to the arsenal. There was an arsenal right by the main command tent here. So this will be the second run. We'll see where the XP takes us on run number 2. This Fugari run is my favorite. You can hop in at any time during the match and get your XP back up. We're gonna see here. Don't walk in front of my truck, bro. I'm gonna squish my teammate. Perfect, we got space. So yeah, sometimes you do have to click and drag it twice. The first time won't work. Alright, check that out. We are almost a lieutenant. After 2 supply runs, we are about 60% the way through Sergeant. So you can keep doing the truck route, and you can keep loading up one single base. That's up to you. Depends what the team needs. If the team needed more supply at all the other points we own, then I would probably be doing just one more run so I could get a supply Little Bird. Because the Russian supply MIA is really terrible. You don't want to fly the MI8. It's really not the best. So when I play Russia, I like to use the supply Little Bird. I mean, you only get 600 for each trip, but could be worse. And that's when I'll go fly from supply points. Like this one right here, I'll go land the Little Bird on it, click and drag my supply in, and I'll go drop it in all the other bases we own. Not going to worry about that for right now, because I'm just trying to show people the tech. Hey, this guy didn't run into me. Sometimes you'll cross paths with another guy that's doing deliveries, and when you move to the right to get out of their way, they'll move to the left, and then you'll explode. It's always a good time. This guy's got a truck full of supply here. Wonder how much supply he's got in it. 1,500, eh? Let's see if we can get any XP off of his supply here. That's kind of weird to leave a truck just full of supply sitting there. Sometimes it works. A teammate gets killed. What happens when you're doing supplies, when you get killed, you'll respawn and you won't get XP. So the XP for your supply delivery is only applied to that current life. So you gotta make sure that you're the one loading the supply into your truck and delivering it within that life. Because if you die, you don't get the XP for it. Sometimes it works if you can unload other people's supplies. Sometimes you'll get the XP, but it's kind of glitchy, and I mean, I wouldn't try doing that either. That's always a bad look. But that truck's abandoned, so we're gonna see if we get XP off his supply here. Oh, it is full. We are getting XP off of those supplies. So we got a little bump there. We got about 1,000 more, which is going to put us into lieutenant. And this is the 3rd supply run that we've done. Let's see if we can get this to work from the passenger here. We can. Let's go. Look at that. We are halfway through lieutenant. off of 3 supply runs. And it's actually as easy as that. This video's been going for maybe 10 minutes. So within about 20 or so is usually when you can break major. Yep. You can get major to general in well under half an hour. Which isn't too bad if you ask me. It'll get you access to all the fun stuff. All the JLTVs, all the Typhoons, all the Epochs, Hinds, Apaches, Cobras, Attack Little Birds, all the fun stuff. It really doesn't take you much effort at all. You just gotta know the tech. We're gonna do one more here. We have to wait a minute. These supply points, they regenerate. It's just at a bit of a slower pace. So when you got multiple people running supplies, that's when it can take you some time. Right now it's not too bad because there's just 2 of us. So I only had to wait like maybe 1 minute. But sometimes you'll have 4 or 5 people trying to run supplies to one base from the same supply point. Your best option is to just look at the map at all the different supply points and go somewhere else. Usually when that happens, it's always bad news. You're going to be sitting there waiting 5 to 10 minutes for the supply point to fully replenish. Or you'll get teammates that just like to grief you and TK, team kill you, so they can take your supplies. It happens. Not too often though. I play mostly on the unnamed servers and they're pretty good at taking care of that, and we don't get too many griefers joining. But having a supply point to yourself is the best way. Then you can just hammer out supply runs and you don't have to wait for supplies to replenish. You can go get your rank like really quickly. We might have to build another structure. I think everything's full here. Yeah, so we can drop a couple hundred there. Maybe at the light vehicle depot we can drop some. Let's see. Couple hundred there. The struggles. You don't have enough structures, you don't have enough places to drop the supply off at. So we're just going to build something here. Helipad. Actually, let's go drop off at the helipad. And there you go. In 4 supply runs, you are almost 1/3 the way through Captain. Just like that. Easy peasy. It'll take you less than 15 minutes. You just gotta remember that you deliver supply to a purple point, that the purple point's connected to a lot of enemy bases, and it's on the front lines. And that's it. Now Fagaria is 20k supply. We can spawn there a lot.